Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's day 8 of my chess challenge. Unfortunately, I did have to take a few days off in between day 7 and today. I was hoping to do this in a single 30-day block, but some things came up, had to do some other things. I wanted to spend some time editing the first part of the video as well, so I had to take a bit of a break from chess for a few days. In order to sort of try and maintain the authenticity of the challenge and to stay within the spirit of the challenge, I have done no chess at all in the past few days. None at all. I haven't done anything on chess.com, I haven't done any puzzles, I haven't done any training against bots or, of course, against people. And in fact, I've even tried to avoid chess YouTube videos. Everything chess related that I can avoid, I've tried to avoid just to try and keep this as true to the intention of the challenge as possible. Hopefully that means I haven't gotten worse. It's been 3 days, so the last time I played chess was the 22nd of March. I started on the 16th, and it is currently the 26th of March, so I took the 23rd and the 24th and the 25th all off. But we're back in it now, and we're going to see what we can do. So let's jump straight into a game. I am going to try and stick to the model that I set up, the model that I decided to use on day 7. I think fewer games, better played is definitely the way to go. Not least because that makes them a lot easier to edit. Editing the 18 games that I played on day 5 and the however many 17 or so that I played on day 6 was frankly dreadful. It was much easier to edit the 6 or 7 that I played on day 7, so I'm going to try and stick to 6 or 7 games in a day, and try and keep them high quality games. Lost on time. Damn it! I shouldn't keep playing. I shouldn't keep playing. I'm tilting kind of hard. Yep. I think we're going to have to leave it there. Day 7? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's day 9. It's day 9. I've lost track of the days. It's day 9 of my chess challenge. Day 8 didn't go as well as I planned. I set myself a rule. I first did this on day 7, where I would only play 7 games in the day. 6 or 7 games, depending on how I was feeling. When I got to 7 games yesterday, I was at net -1. I won 3, lost 3, and drew 1, which, because of a bit of variance in the amount that I gained, left me 1 point down. I then went on tilt, played 4 more games, and lost 3 of them. That did not work out well for me. So now I'm significantly down from where we left things at the end of the previous week. You can see on the screen I'm 723, down from 739, which is a whole 2 wins down, which is quite a lot at this stage. We're going to try not to do that today. We're going to stick to 7 games. 7 seems like a good number, because so far I seem to win a bunch, lose a bunch, and also get 1 draw randomly. So I'm going to say maintaining my position is a fine place to be. Maintaining my position at this stage is not a failure, I don't think. It means that experience has been gained, and we're in a better place going into the next day. Regardless of how any of these games go, after 7 games, I'm stopping today. And I'm holding myself to that this time, because I broke that rule yesterday and ended up in a much worse position because of it. Cool, we are playing black. Opens with that pawn. I don't know how to respond to that pawn. I think I'm just going to push this knight and wait on what my opponent does. Not make any pawn-based decisions just yet. They are also pushing their knight forwards. So, given that, that makes it difficult for me to push this pawn, at least until I get my other knight. I'm just going to open on the knights. I don't think opening on the knights is good. Apparently this is the Anglo-Lithuanian variation of the English opening. I'm not entirely certain that I know what any of those words meant. Oh yeah, rip. Oh, I think I mostly lost to time there. I think I was in a decent position before my timer started running down. I spoke to someone about the what I've been doing here with the challenge and stuff. They did suggest that maybe I should be playing with a more generous time limit, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think that might actually wind up being a good idea. But we started at 10 minutes, we're committing to 10 minutes. I just need to play more quickly in the early stages of the game. We'll move to here. Check. They take, I check. Seems good. If they take, then I check with a 4. I think I get their queen, because I've got no way of taking right now, and none of my pieces are currently under threat. Well, apart from the rook, but in that case it's an exchange, right? I was going to say, because if they take the rook, I also get to take this bishop. So now I need to move my rook, of course. Oh no, I don't. I can simply take the bishop with check. I can move my bishop back to here. If they take, then it's an exchange. If they don't, then it's checkmate, right? Ah, of course. That is valid. Oh, well that's still just checkmate then. Right? Yeah. This keeps referring to this as Scotch game. I was under the impression that this was Ruy Lopez. Maybe I'm confusing Ruy Lopez with something else that isn't Ruy Lopez? Am I up a piece? No, I'm up a pawn. It may just be worth my while making that exchange regardless. No, I can go to here and check now, can't I? I mean, that seems pretty good. Because I get this rook now. Oh, okay, that's just... Yeah, that's just them feeling like they're on the back foot and throwing the game effectively, just tilting out. I've done that. So hang on. I take, they take, I take their queen, right? Yeah, seems fine. If they give me that option, I'm going to take it, I think. Because, firstly, it means they can't castle. Secondly, oh, they took with the knight. Okay, sure. I'll take with my own knight then. And then it'll play out the same. Not even an ounce of hesitation in me making that play. Maybe there should have been, but there wasn't. Okay, I need to be very careful not to lose another game to time, because I think we have the tools to win this game. We just need to be able to use them effectively and efficiently. Can I get a checkmate? Is there a way that I can just checkmate? Because I think that's what I need to be looking for right now. Because currently, king can't move here. Is this checkmate? No, they can block, that's why. Because the king can't move up. Can't move here, can't move down. They block like this, I take, that's checkmate, right? Yes! Okay, that was a good game. That was generally, I think, well now. Okay, I say that was a good game. I'm looking at 5 mistakes, 3 blunders. Perhaps not as well played as I'd hoped. I think I really struggle with endgames. I think my endgames are kind of somewhat mediocre. Because I don't. Whoops, hit the microphone there. I think I don't really know the sequences to win a lot of the time. I know how to checkmate with rook queen or rook rook. That's like the one thing that I know, where you sort of walk them up the board like that. But checkmating and queen bishop as well, like you have to protect a single square and then get the queen in. But something like this, it's a little trickier. I'm glad that I spotted that checkmate though. I'm very pleased that I spotted that checkmate because I needed to win fast. I have 30 seconds left on the clock. Playing faster is definitely going to make a difference if I can manage it. But at the same time, I'm glad I've recouped currently, important point, I have recouped my losses from yesterday. I'm debating about whether to just leave the day here. I think I might. At the very least, I think I'm going to take a break. I may be back later today, but I also might not. We'll see how I feel. Well, I'm back. You knew I'd be back. Don't pretend you didn't know I'd be back. I'm enjoying this game far too much to not play a full set of games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can't make it across the board. In good time. Opponent's king can only move backwards, so I'm going to move over here. One, they take. Yeah, I win this race. And that's checkmate. That was a lot of mistakes and blunders that I made in that game. I think that's going to be one that's worth reviewing, I think. I think a lot of those are going to be the endgame blunders, because there's a lot of... In the endgame, you have so many plays you can make, and there's so many suboptimal ways to challenge with pawns and things, that I think I'm going to make a lot of blunders there. Okay. That's 6 games. And truly astonishingly, we won 5 of them. 754. This is the highest rating I've ended a day on in quite some time. All in all, a very successful performance, and one that I'm very, very happy with today. A big boost over yesterday. And this is the important thing to remember, if I'd stopped yesterday after 7 games, we'd be doing even better. So I think 6 or 7 games as a hard limit is a very good way to do this. I think that's the best way to do this, because I'm just going to get worse. If I keep playing, I'm just going to get worse. I'm just going to get worse at the games. I'm going to get more tired. My brain, I'm going to find it harder to process everything that's happening on the screen. And I'm not going to see these lines, these checkmates. That, I think, is something that's very, very important to maintain. Hey guys, it's day 10. I did get the COVID vaccine yesterday, and I think I'm definitely coming down with some of the side effects. I've got an absolutely banging headache and a bit of a fever, so I think I'm probably only going to do a couple of games today. And I think if after the first game or so I feel like I'm playing significantly worse than normal, I might just leave it there, because I don't want to, I don't want to press on with the video and tank my score because I'm forcing myself to play while I'm under the weather. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Yep. Yeah, honestly, I think I should probably stop playing. Okay, it's day 11. Didn't really do much yesterday. Wasn't really feeling up to it. I'm feeling a lot better today. Side effects have basically died down. So, I'm looking forward to potentially having a go at boosting that score even further today. I'm hoping to get like net +2. I think is a pretty reasonable fail case, and by +2 I mean two wins. So probably plus anywhere between like 14 and 18, because I seem to be getting 7, 8, or 9 points per win. +2 is what I'm hoping for. Better than that would be amazing. Worse than that, well, as long as I don't go down, I'm kind of happy with the day. I want to push this pawn forwards and then like move my king around behind it. Ideally, because my king's feeling kind of exposed right now. Takes, I take. That's fine by me. That's a trade. It's a trade I'm very willing to make. That's a pawn for a rook. So I can move forwards and continue threatening him, right? Yeah, okay. So yeah, if I go here, king's... Ooh. Oh, resignation. Sure. Okay. Cool. That's good. That's fine. We'll take a resignation. Sticking with the king's pawn opening. I'm not actually convinced. I'm becoming less and less convinced that the king's pawn opening is a good opening. Like, it seems like it's a fine opening, but not necessarily an amazing one. Looks like my opponent's going to try and get their queen out fast, so I'm actually going to go for a quick fork over here, if I can manage it. Okay, so I can take here, and then I have doubled up pawns on the queen side. Not ideal. So, no, yeah, this is what I do, is I push here, right, to lock this in. This is, what's it called, the French defense. So, yeah, I'm going to push forwards to here. Lock in the center of the board. Why the hell did I not just take that knight? What am I doing with my life? Oh my god. That was insane. It was just a free, like, knight for a pawn. What am I doing? I should probably figure out a way to deal with that pawn, really, shouldn't I? Yeah. I guess I could have pushed here. And they take, I take. That doesn't seem great if I'm planning on castling kingside. Yep, they're castling now. I'm going to get rid of this pawn, which is bothering me. And now my queen is in a pretty excellent position, all things considered. I can actually checkmate like this. I should probably do that. Okay, let's checkmate. Cool. Works for me. If I didn't checkmate, I was just going to, I think, you know, get out castle over here. I think this pawn structure looks pretty solid, right? They're going to have to throw away some resources dealing with that. Oh, okay, so taking that is actually a book move. So hang on. So I'm supposed to leave the knight alive. That's interesting. Yeah, it does say it's a blunder. So it's a blunder, but it's also a book move. Okay. It's a missed win. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I was right in my interpretation. I am supposed to just take the knight there. That makes sense. Wonder what my opponent is trying to do here. I will take that because I win that fight. And then I'm a piece up, so I'm probably going to trade here. I don't know what that does. In fact, I don't think that does anything, right? Queen's getting very boxed in now. Yes, I will take it. Okay, I'll take that as well. I think my opponent might be tilting a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That makes sense. I sympathize greatly. I've been in that position before, where you make an error and then just keep on making more errors. What I can do is move to there. Then I suppose they attack like this, right? Yeah, it doesn't seem great for me. I can move to here to attempt to also attack the. Oh, but then I'm trading my queen. That seems really bad. No, I've got a pawn. I've got a pawn to defend. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, I can move forwards like this, and then fork here and here. Because if I'm stuck here with a white pawn in front of my queen, in front of my king rather, that's kind of okay for me because it's a shield. Still, it's a shield they can't get through. What would be rough for me here? Maybe if they move their queen to there. Could be bad. Oh yeah, look at that. That's still a fork though, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Because it's still a fork. They can take with check, but then I get their queen. And if they take with the pawn, I just take their queen with something. What? That is a good deal. Yep. Completely fine by me. I will take that trade every day of the week. Chooses to take. In which case, can I get the checkmate? I'll move to here. Check the king. No, I can get the free rook though. They block like that. Ooh, I say free rook. Okay, so. Now then, let's check the king like that. Currently he's forced to move away from the rook. So I can just take the rook. Safest thing is there, yeah. Now I just need to pin this king down, which should be straightforward enough. I think this is checkmate when I go there. Yep, got him. Okay. I know how to checkmate with rook queen. I think I'm really getting the hang of checkmating with rook queen. I know it's pretty easy to checkmate with rook queen, but compared to some of the other checkmates like bishop queen is much harder to achieve. Something like bishop rook. Can you check with bishop? I assume you can checkmate bishop rook. Rook queen is by far the easiest to checkmate with. However, I'm now up 4 games, and you know what? Honestly, I think I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. Did I lose at all today? I think I just won 4 in a row, right? I mean, that's pretty good. Pretty damn good. I'm very, very happy with that. Okay. Okay, we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna quit while we're ahead. And try and move on tomorrow and see if we can continue this winning streak. Maybe it's finally clicked, or maybe I'm just getting lucky, and I'm gonna go right back to losing a whole bunch tomorrow. But I'm hopeful. Hey guys, it's day 12. We're in the second half of the second week, and maybe my luck has started to turn. Because we've won a lot of games in the last few days. Like a lot of games. Way more than I was expecting. I think I've only lost like 2 games in the last 3 days. We're starting to creep up the rankings. Creep up those numbers. But we've still got a long way to go before we hit 1,000. But hopefully, this is a sign of good things. I'm going to stick to the King's Pawn, I think, for most of this challenge. Maybe I'll get into doing some tougher challenges later. But for now, we're going to stick to a King's Pawn opening. I mean, I'm going to take, happily. This is protected. They can't take back. Or they can, but doesn't seem good for them. Go to here, maybe? Yeah, that seems okay. If that bishop remains there, which there's absolutely no reason why it should, because I just blocked my own bishop, so they could easily have gone like that, but that works out perfectly for me. No, it doesn't. However, I can do that. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. After a decent start, it looks like we may be back on form, guys. Okay, so they're moving their queen out there to attempt to checkmate, I guess. Is there any way that I can counter that by being an irritating little sod? I can move to here. Check them. They're forced to do something. Yeah, let's do that. I think this is a better position for my queen to be in general. Guess I go like that, right? So I'm moving to there, with the intent being to checkmate around the back like that. Yeah, so I can block like this. Interesting. Don't quite get why that's good. I can now do that. Oh, hang on, I see. Because then they can push their queen forwards by 1. And that's checkmate. I've been 1 move from mate for like this entire game. Let's go here. Guess I didn't have to move that one. I could have moved that one. That might have been better. Because this now leaves my king a little undefended from this side. And I need to play fast. Gotta go fast, guys. Gotta go fast. Do love it when my opponent is forced to back down. So. This leaves this piece undefended. So I will take it. Okay, cool. So now let's start pushing the pawns over here. So I'm going to push here, they take, push here. Yeah, I'll just keep going. Let's get to the other side, guaranteed. Look at that. Suddenly we have a coward. Yeah, I just move my rook down here. Push. They're forced to make an exchange. They can't get to this piece because of my rook. Okay, cool. So now I need to just actually get the checkmate. Yeah, this is checkmate, right? I just walk my way across the board. Oop, shit. I think I might be losing it, guys. I think I might be losing it. Okay. Oop, there we go. Nope. Missing it. Oh, whoop, there we go. Like this, there we go. That's checkmate. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh, I nearly lost it. I nearly lost it. Oh. But I didn't. Holy hell. I thought, how can I let this slip through my fingers? How could I possibly? And I just managed to pull it back. That was I don't know if it's entirely clear on the screen, but that looks like 0, 0, and 0, but that's in fact 0 mistakes, 8 blunders, and 0 missed wins. Boy, that's a lot of blunders, but presumably many of those were in that last sequence where I just completely missed a checkmate. Oh, managed it though. We managed it. Okay. I'm going to have to take a quick break after that. That was exciting. Okay, we're back. Unfortunately, I didn't mention this at the start, but I started playing this a little too late today. I spent most of the day, because I'm on holiday this week, I spent most of the day finishing off the editing on the first part of this video, which should hopefully be going up sometime soon. But Yeah, that does mean that it's like 20 to 10 now. So I'm probably it's gonna be another quick one. Honestly, I'm having so much more success with running fewer games. Like I I think this is easily the way to go. I think playing too many games just completely fatigues me. This is the first time I've played black in a while though, so okay, game aborted. Sure, fair enough. Oh, and we're white again. That didn't make sense. I should have gone there. Whatever. I can now castle to get my rook on the F file and run some threats down the line. Apparently, it did encourage them to move their knight. There's no particular reason why. I am gonna move my queen to there because that's checkmate if they don't do anything. Easiest thing is probably just knight to here or knight to here, right? Oh no, either way, I take it with the pawn. That seems terrible for them. What can they do about Scholar's Mate now? Got to be something, right? That makes sense as a move. I think I'm just gonna take, right? Makes the most sense. There's a big fight going on over that square. Yep. It's a fight that I win. Checking me like that. Okay. Just get my bishop out to counterattack, maybe. I mean, it's not like they've got a fork. They could have taken that knight from the previous position anyway. The reason they can't take is because of my queen, not because they didn't have the opportunity. And I should castle. Probably queenside. Interesting. I get to fork them now, right? I don't think there's anything fancy about that. I just get a quick dead queen fork. Resignation. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm glad I spot. I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest. When I moved my knight to make that fork, I didn't see that I was hitting the queen. I just thought I was getting a free rook. As it happens, I was hitting the queen, which is great, and I did notice it as I moved the piece. But when I decided to make the move, I thought I was just getting a rook. Sicilian seems to be working okay for me. Moving the queen there. Okay. I can now get this check fork, can't I? That has come up so many times in the puzzles, like so many times. The fork of bishops here, you go like queen, queen check here, and then take the bishop or something. Come up all the time. Let's just keep attacking that queen. Attacking their queen while getting myself into position to castle. Yeah, I suppose that is a thing they can do. I'm not entirely happy about it, but it's definitely a thing they can do. What's the best way for me to respond to that? I mean, obviously I have to let them take my rook, and I don't like that, but I have to. So I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start getting these pieces out of the way. Can fork these two pieces now, of course. Doesn't seem terrible. Okay. See, this is what happens with these games, is I play and I mess up a bit and I do some things and then my opponent blunders their queen and then I'm fine. Hopefully. As long as I don't now blunder my own queen. Which I was about to do, by the way, because I was like, I move here, and I battery for the checkmate. But no, I don't. No, I very much do not. But what I can do is this, and now I've got checkmate. Opponent does notice. I think I still make the play, because it's still alright. Now I can check the king by going here. They just take. It's pretty terrible. So I can move to here to check. I'm just going to keep checking them. That usually works. They're going to move back to there. So I can now check them here. No, I can't. That's terrible. I can check them by going all the way down. I don't think that gives me any further benefit over checking them in a different way. This knight is annoying. I'm going to get rid of it. Except I'm not. I'm going to sacrifice my bishop. Should have gone to there. Oh no! This is a clever ruse. This is bishop for rook. Because if they take my bishop, I go like this, they're forced to move, and then I get their rook. See? I was thinking. I wasn't thinking, by the way. Is this or is this not just checkmate? Oh no, they can block with a pawn. Okay. I can take this rook then. And the other one as well, in fact. They get my bishop, but I think that's okay. I think that's worth it. They didn't even take my bishop. Okay. So now I move to here and check. And I get the knight. I think I just take it, right? There's probably a way I can get checkmate, but at this point I'm basically just guaranteeing the win. Yeah. And in fact, forcing my opponent to resign. Guys. We're over 800, guys. This is the first time I've gotten this high in this challenge. This is now my new peak. My previous peak was 794 on day 3. I guess actually, the previous game, I did beat it with the previous game, didn't I? 795, because my previous peak was 794. But now we are officially over that line. We've made it over 800. I did not think I'd be getting over 800 quite this soon. So I'm really, really chuffed with that. And I think we made good plays as well. I don't think... I mean, there was one very clear blunder in that game where my opponent didn't notice that my knight could take their queen. And obviously there's no way of knowing whether I would have won the game or not if that wasn't the case. But I think I did still make some good plays there. There were some good forks. Even if it was accidental, this check here into they block with the pawn, I take their rook, worked out very, very well for me. Overall, I think I'm pretty proud of that performance, and I am going to end here. It's another 4-game day, but it is 5 to 10 now. So I'm going to end before I get really tired and just tank my score into the ground again. I'm happy leaving today having just beaten 800. Hi guys, so it's day 13, I think. Yeah, pretty sure it's day 13. So we're nearly at the end of the second week, and this week has gone reasonably well so far, I think. We've seen quite a bit of success over the last few days. Admittedly, I don't think all of that was entirely deserved. I took a look back at yesterday's games. I won 3 and I lost 1. Realistically, it should have been 2 and 2. The second game that I played, there was like 5 turns in that game where my queen was just hanging, just completely hanging. There was nothing defending it. My opponent could just take it straight across the board, and I didn't notice, and they didn't notice. And so I ended up winning the game because of that. If they'd taken my queen, I think I probably would have just lost on the spot. So yeah, that was my bad, but that was good luck basically on my part, rather than actual sort of skill. So realistically shouldn't be as high as we are today, but you know, luck is a part of the game as well, I suppose. Let's jump into some games today. So I was planning on getting this bishop out anyway, which means I should probably just do that. Yeah, sure. Oh, what am I doing? Ah, I'm an idiot. I had the fork. I had this fork. I still do, thank God. Not anymore, I don't. Okay, so now what I have is this fork, right? Okay, moving the queen back to defend against that fork. Which means, can I now... Yeah, this works out for me, I think. Because if they take with the knight, then I do this fork, and they can't stop me because I have check from the queen. My opponent can't do the same trick to me because I have my queen protecting that square. I'm going to do that. If they take, then I take. If they don't take, then I get that queen. So I think they're forced to take here, right? Assume they make the sensible play. Oh my God. Beautiful. Yeah, they needed to take, and then I take. And then they have to pick between taking my knight or taking my bishop. Honestly, I should just start advancing this pawn, I think. I mean, why? Okay, yeah, I think they've given up on the game at this point. Ooh, yeah, I think after they made the blunder that lost them their queen, they kind of just gave up on the game completely, and started throwing pieces away. Oh well, you know, I've been there, but possibly not even deliberately, because that's always how it goes. Is you just start chucking pieces because you're not properly thinking each move through. One thing that I think I could definitely be doing better is I don't think I'm prioritizing castling enough, because I seem to keep ending up in these situations where my king's just getting chased around the board, and that would not be happening if I was castling earlier. I think I need to prioritize getting the pieces out so that I can castle. I think that'll make a big difference, certainly defensively. So they're pushing over here. Right. So now I have two options. I can force my pieces down the board and try and sort of break through here. I can make some threats against my opponent. Honestly, that's not a terrible plan. Because if they take, I've got this with a check fork. Oh, I get to check again. Fine. And I get to take the bishop now as well. I don't, because they're protecting it like that. Okay, makes sense. Unfortunately, when I do that, I block this rook. I'm sure there's a checkmate sequence here. I just need to try and figure out what it is. Fortunately, that rook's completely unprotected. Yeah, maybe I need to back off now. Whatever the play is. There's got to be a checkmate sequence. There's got to be one. What is it? Just trading queens seems so bad. When my queen's in such a good position and my opponent's is not. Okay, I'm going to go to there. I'm going to ease off the gas for a sec. Because this into this is now checkmate. Brilliant. No, they can just take. Damn. But I get their queen. Oh, then it is checkmate. It's checkmate, right? I'm pretty sure this is checkmate. Yeah, got it. Okay, because if they take, I take their queen, and then that's checkmate, because I'm blocking this and this. Their king can't do anything. Okay. Might need a cup of tea and a break, to be perfectly honest. That was, how many, I spent like 3 minutes on that last turn just trying to figure it out. I don't think there was a way to checkmate. I think I needed to move my queen out the way to get the rook down the line. Because the fact that my queen was blocking that rook meant it wasn't checkmate. Because I've had this checkmate before where you have like rook queen attacking like that and they've only got one piece to block. But yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the analysis, just check whether there was a checkmate. But we got there in the end though. I think one of the big problems I'm running into is I'm making inefficient moves. So I'll make small preparatory moves that don't really impact the board immediately or really do much immediately. And that's generally inferior to making slightly different plays that have a bigger impact. And that, you know, say attack something while also defending. Or I need to seek out moves that have multiple purposes. So attacking and defending at the same time. Or attacking multiple things at the same time. Those seem like the moves that will just straight up win you the game in chess. Any time where you can get a move that pulls double duty like that, and then your opponent has to find a move that pulls double duty to defend from it, and so on and so forth. And if you can keep doing that, then you win. Okay, now my question is, do I get really, really aggressive here? I kind of want to. Let's do it. We're doing it. That is a different play than I expected. I guess it leaves us in pretty much exactly the same position, but I don't have the option to just take their queen, which is sad. Queen's kind of scary, not gonna lie. Push this pawn forwards twice. That seems okay. That was not a very good move, my friend. You got to take the good with the bad. I don't like winning games because my opponent blundered their queen. I, in general, am not a big fan of that. Because it feels cheap, you know? However, I blunder my queen a lot as well. So, it's one of those things where, yeah, they've given up on this game. It's one of those things where you got to accept that sometimes I am gonna get a cheap win because sometimes my opponents get a cheap win, you know? As we grind up through the ranks, we're gonna get more and more matches where my opponent just doesn't ever throw the queen away. And at that point, we're gonna start losing a lot more. But doesn't seem like we've quite hit that point yet, so that's all good. Look at the garbage accuracy in this game. My God. Look at the incredible insight from the game's engine here. Queen move here. You take queen. Game changer. Really? You don't say. Thank you for letting me know. I never would have guessed. I think we'll do one more and say this next one is last for today. Okay. That makes sense. Hang on, what? Oh my God! I completely missed that. I can't believe I missed that. Okay. Good play, good play. I said one last game, and I'm going to stand by that. We're up net 1 today. Not ideal. 1-3, lost 3. Some variance in the points meant we gained a grand total of 1 point. But I don't want to keep going and start making mistakes and errors and things. So I think it's best if we leave it there for today. Hi guys. It is day 14 of my 30-day chess challenge. And I'm streaming. This is the first time I'm actually streaming this live. I spent most of the day trying to figure out how to set this up and get everything sorted out so that I could stream. I think everything's working fine. We'll see. It's entirely possible that everything falls apart within the first 10 minutes, and if so, I might have to take a quick pause from the recording in order to figure out what the fuck is going on. But assuming everything doesn't fall apart terribly, I'm just going to be recording this as I would normally be doing, but I'm streaming it as well. So that's basically all I have to say on the matter. Reviewing the last few days, because this presumably, as day 14, this is going to be the last day in the second part of the video, which I'm going to be... first part of the video got uploaded today as well, by the way, so that was exciting. But yes, this is going to be the second part of the video that I put together. And this second week has gone a hell of a lot better than the first one. I think I'm starting to figure out a lot better than I was, because I don't want to say that I'm actually figuring out chess, because I'm not figuring out chess. It takes years, literally years and decades of experience to figure out chess. And I don't have that. What I have so far is 13 days. But given that I've only had 13 days, I think I'm starting to get the hang of sort of the mindset for chess, which I think is pretty important, really, when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, obviously, I got to put my money where my mouth is now and put that to the test with another set of games today. Hopefully, we didn't make any progress yesterday. Yesterday, I went from 804 to 805, which is hardly a colossal improvement, but we've been doing well over the few days before that, and I think as long as I keep focused in these games, we should have a decent shot at boosting our rating today. So, I'm just going to jump straight into a game. Ha. I knew I was going to make an error eventually. Yeah, fair enough. Yep, makes sense. Move that queen, boy, or I will cut it off. I don't think there's any way I don't get the bishop here, because the only piece that can defend the bishop is the queen, and if the queen takes back, then I take the queen. And if they don't move the queen, then I get their queen. So, that all kind of works out. Carl is having to think for a while. I mean, what's the alternative? Do they have any... The alternative is some kind of counterattack, right? Okay, doesn't go for that. It's fine. I'll take the bishop. Okay, sure. I mean, I think I was planning on making this trade anyway, right? That seems fine for me. Well, maybe I get rid of that queen, eh? Let's get aggressive. Sure, I mean, what you're offering at the moment is a trade of queens, except it isn't, because I get you in check, and then I get your queen. That was completely accidental, but I'm very glad that it happened. It's a good play from my opponent. Oh, yeah, this is a rough spot. Not going to lie. I guess maybe I just make the exchange, right? They take, I take. Right now they're only up a pawn. This is more damage control than anything else. I'm actually going to keep chasing this queen around the battlefield. Kind of want to. Let's say I go there. Queen drops to like here, probably. And then I can attack her like this. Having a good old time queen chasing. So currently, where can the queen move that's safe? Nowhere along here. Nowhere along here. Nowhere along here. Not safe. Not safe. That queen is dead. I think there is no way for their queen to escape. None at all. Because the only way that they could turn this around on me is if they had a way to threaten my queen, which they don't. Because my queen is on a light square, and the only active piece they have, yeah. So they might as well take the trade. That's the best they're going to get. Knight to there is interesting. Okay. Move to here. They can threaten my king. Don't think it really helps them to do that, though. If they take, I get their rook. what does this let them do? They can take here. I'm just gonna take. That was my plan the whole time. Let's just double check there isn't anything really scary they can do. So go here. No, nothing. Okay. I'm not convinced that does anything. Do I just block? No, I need to keep the bishop where it is. The speed with which they played that move makes me think that it really does something for them, but I'm not convinced that it does. I currently have checkmate if they don't do anything about this knight. Okay, that makes sense. So now I'm going to go to here and force this exchange. So now, what is the plan? What is my best plan? Well, I might as well get the free pawn. I can move to there. That doesn't seem like a good idea because they just kill me. Let's just keep checking repeatedly around the board. Seems like fun. This knight's kind of annoying. Okay, so what I need is some perfection. I was going to say some way to fork the rook and the king. Wait for them to think and realize that they can't do anything about the situation. At least I bleed and hope they can't. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That was so bad, man. That was so bad. I didn't even register that they could just take. Yeah, it was awful. At this point, yeah, they can mop up my pawns. I'm just going to resign. Game's over. They take me. I just get their queen. Seems fine. Am I up a piece? I'm not. I'm up a crap ton of pawns. So I can move here to check. But they take me with the knight. Important detail. Okay. So. Oh, I can take with the bishop. Cool. Oh, no. Resignation. Okay. Hang on, let's see. So I move here. Let's say they move to there. I move like that. I mean, I'm definitely in danger of getting checkmated, so I need to play this carefully. I think that's the best play. Yeah, I'm just going to keep pushing like this. I think that works for me. Okay, cool. Yeah. I do that. Okay, so they're just planning on taking my pawns. That's fine. So what I can do now is I can push like this, can't I? Yeah, so they have to do something about that. What do I do about them doing something? I push here, right? I think I might have buggered this, you know? I think I had it. But, I needed to do something like that. Because let's say I push here. They take. I check. They have to go there. Oh, here's what I can do. Threaten checkmate. That's what I can do. You can block. I take. You're dead. Oh! Okay. That feels good. Yes. Okay. That is a game that I'm happy to leave this recording on and leave this stream on. Okay, guys. I decided, same as last time, it's the end of the week. This is going to be the end of the video, the second part of the video, so might as well have a look at the stats, take a look at how we've done. So, if we take a look, this here, 22nd, was when the previous week ended, when the previous video ended. I then, as I mentioned, on day 8, had 3 days where I didn't do anything. Then, again, we resumed on the 26th. Managed to raise up steadily over the course of the week. What happened? Oh, yes, we remained at parity, I believe, one of these days. I think there was a day when I only played 2 games, and I just lost and then won. That was when I was feeling sick from the COVID vaccine. But then, every day since then, our score has steadily climbed higher and higher, and that feels really good. That implies that I'm doing something right. It's not just a fluke. If you can see, yep, we now have an 821 rating on Rapid, up from 739 at the start of this week. That's nearly 100 points. That's huge. That's absolutely fantastic. Though that is a rate that I'm going to have to maintain if I want to hit 1,000 within the next, the remaining, because it's been 14 days, and I said 30 days, so 16 days is what I have remaining. I am going to need to keep up this rate of gain in order to breach 1,000 over that period. I am 3,006,300th exactly on globally, which is cool. Okay, that's up like 600,000 points, I think, from last time. And this I find incredibly surprising. I'm not sure how to read this. Does this mean I'm in the top 50 or I'm nearly in the top 50? Like, if this is low, is it good or is it bad? I don't know. But either way, that seems insane. I presume that's just heavily skewed by a bunch of people who've started accounts and then basically never played any games. But the idea that I might be close to the top 50% already seems wrong. I'm sure there's some kind of statistical reason why this number is heavily skewed. Yep. We have, of course, surpassed our previous highest rating, which is fantastic. If we take a look at the victory, numbers aren't amazing, but they're looking much better now. So we're about 53% win, 51% loss, and 6% draw. That's solid, you know? I'm winning a decent number of games. I'm only losing, that's 42%, which means that I'm not losing nearly 60% of my games, which is a plus. And again, if we take a look at white and black, we see my win rate with white is overwhelming. Look at that, 65% win rate with white. That is almost exactly 2/3. That is huge. And then black, I'm really kind of pulling it back. I'm still losing more games than I've won as black, and it looks like I've played more games as black. But we're kind of pulling it through. We're pulling it back. We're mitigating this, which is really, really good. I think that's everything I want to look at on the stats page, on the rapid page. We can also take a look at puzzles. You may notice, those of you, the eagle-eyed viewers may notice, this number has barely gone up. I had 1337 when I filmed this last time. I now have 1389, so it's gone up by like 40 points. Or 50 points, I guess. Yeah. So I've done a ton of more puzzles. I actually got very, very high. Look at this. I got to 1550. And then I completely tanked my score. Funnily enough, today I ended yesterday at at 1543. And then I played a load of puzzles today and absolutely eviscerated my score. I just kept losing them. I just couldn't do them. I don't know why. I don't know why I was so bad at puzzles today. But yeah, so I kind of fucked up there and completely tanked my score. We're still looking at I mean, that's 56%. That's pretty solid. I've heard that you're supposed to aim for around 60% success rate with puzzles. So that's, we're getting there. I've done a bunch of hours, but frankly, this number at this point is skewed because sometimes I go away and forget that I'm doing puzzles and leave the puzzle running and come back with like half an hour on the timer. And 1168 puzzles total. So we're still getting a decent number of puzzles in. Fewer puzzles this week than we did last week, but then again, the puzzles were much easier last week, so that's the way it is. But yeah, I think then this is going to be the end of week 2. And I think we've come a long way in the last 2 weeks, and I'm eager to see how much further I'm going to go in the next 2 weeks. So, I've been the Lone Ponderer, and this has been week 2. Thank you for joining me. This is a generic outro segment that I'm filming to put on the end of basically all of my videos, to remind you guys that if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill. Any amount of interaction will boost my ratings with YouTube, which means that my channel gets recommended to more people, and potentially I might even get to the point where I can make some money off of this at some point, which would be an absolute dream. So any amount of interaction at all with those shiny little buttons down below is greatly appreciated.